How are we going today, guys? And today I am gonna be making a little bit of a different video. It's gonna be an educational video. I've had some friends ask me to make one of these, and since a recent TikTok has been popping off, I thought there's no better time than now. So this is going to be a video about how I make my TikToks. A little bit of a disclaimer. I have my own way of kind of doing things. It might not be the fastest way. If there's a better way, I'd put them in the comments. And while you're there, give this video a thumbs up, because once I do this one, I'll probably be doing another video. This one's gonna be about Premiere Pro, but I'll probably be doing another video doing the same thing, making TikToks, but with like a free software. So we'll start with this one today, and then we'll see how we go with it. Okay, so firstly, this is gonna be like, I'm gonna try to make this video relatively short. I don't want to be like a 30-minute video. Like I want it flowing quickly, and I kind of presume that you kind of know how to use Premiere Pro. You know what I mean? I'll cover some things, obviously, but I'm hoping to like kind of speed run through this. Okay, so we're here in our Premiere Pro. I put my cam on the bottom right. I'm pretty sure you won't need any of this. First things first, obviously I've already done this, but you import everything that you need into your project. So you make a new project, you import everything that you need. You got your video, I've got a couple of sounds. Sometimes I'll do this process while I'm editing the video. Like I'll be like, oh, maybe I want a different sound. But since I've already made this video, I already know what I'm putting in it. You know what I mean? And also, this video, I already had an idea. So a lot of people have been doing these play of the games in Overwatch. I'll put that like in the middle of the screen now. Wow, what a good TikTok. Anyway, so that's the ones that have been like popping, I've seen on TikTok. So then I was like, okay, I mean, I already have a video where I do a play of the game with Reaper, but this time let's do a little bit of a fail, because I like making fail content. Goes with my brand quite nicely. But anyway, so first thing to do, I've ripped this from my stream, whether you have it from your stream or you've already recorded it from YouTube or however you're going to do this. First, let's just cut it down to what we want it to be. If I'm not mistaken, it's like here. Yes. Boom. And then we get to the end. So what I just, oh my God, this is the problem when you're doing this. Okay. So what I do is find the point where I want it to start, which is like up here, yep. And then I just pull it in. So that's all of it, just basically cut down. I move it back to the front. I find my end point, which is probably when I get shit on. No, but I get shit on earlier than that. I get shit on earlier than that. There we go. Let's go like there, okay? Then you can press C if you want to, or there's a little razor blade over here, the razor tool. You use that, you cut. I click the selection tool, so I select what I don't want, and I press delete. Easy peasy. Now, the thing at the bottom of this timeline is going to make everything kind of increase and decrease. It's basically a zoom in for your timeline. So you just grab one of these ends and you just zoom in. So, but it's all relative to wherever this little line is on your thing. So wherever this is where it's going to zoom from. You know what I mean? So if it's over fucking here and I start zooming, it doesn't really help me. You know what I mean? So you need this kind of where you put it at the start, middle, end, whatever. Just make sure it's there. That way I can fill the whole timeline with my shot or whatever. Okay, next thing. So this is what I have right now.
God, Liam, get ready for it.
I'm ready for it, mate.
All right, yep, now it's your time.
I've been told now it's my time!
Oh my God, you're actually boosted.
Bro. Okay, so yep, that's the... That's the original clip. Good stuff, Liam. You failed. If anyone doesn't know what happened there, basically I dropped in front of a diva. Diva has this like thing here, which basically neutralizes damage. So all the shots that are hitting basically it's the diva, because the diva's closest to me, just get nullified. So my ulti does basically nothing. And then also I get slept by a different hero. But anyway, enough about Overwatch. Now, okay, so next thing we want to do is put in my music. So this is the music that you heard earlier. I've got the whole thing.
Liam, get ready.
Let's mute this. You can use the M to mute. So this is the song. So now I'm gonna find in the song the part I want, which I'm pretty sure is around here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it's over here. Boom. Cut that down, pull it over there. Get my timeline, squash. Use the C tool, let's cut it. I always like to give a good like distance between like the front and the end. That way I can like move it around. But basically you've got... Okay, so I want that like lull just to hit before I drop. So I want it like here. No, it's too early, so I need to pull it back a bit. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that's probably about right. Okay, so cool. So I can pull this all back. If you ever want to see how this is like kind of really hard and small, if you ever want to pull these down, you can, so you can see them bigger, and you get this line, this sweet line in there. This is the decibels that you can go up and down on. I wouldn't recommend just for if you were like, I want to increase the increase levels, just pulling it up. I don't think that's a great way to doing it. I prefer to just like right click, go audio gain, and then set gain. Normally I go 10, 5, up or down. So like if you want it less, I think we do want it a little bit less. Let's go like -5. It's probably not even that much. And then, yes. So now there's a part where me and Jesse are talking, and I don't want people really to hear that. Like I want them to hear us. I don't want them to hear this. So what I'm going to do is control click this little dot. That'll put a little dot there, and then I'll control click another dot, and I'll pull it down. So that way you can't really hear the start of the music when me and Jesse are talking. Okay, I can't. Oh, I muted myself. I was like, why can't I hear myself? Okay, so.
God, Liam, get ready for it.
I'm ready for it, mate.
All right. Yep. Now it's your time.
I've been told now it's my time. Okay, cool. So that's how that part's done. Put that in, and now we're gonna add the big fart noise. So the fart noise is the crescendo to this piece. And we're gonna have to put it pretty close around here. We're gonna cut this down because we're not gonna actually have to play the music. And then yeah, fart noise goes there. So this is how it should go.
Yep, now it's your time.
I've been told now it's my time.
Oh my god, you're actually boosted.
Beautiful. Excellent. The first time I did this, I fucking pissed my pants. Okay, so next thing I'm going to show you how you guys can do. So this is, it's not basically done because there's a few more steps. Actually, no, let's do the next step. So as you can see, this is in its original format, which is like 1920 by 1080 or whatever it is. It's like a normal video format. We don't want that obviously for TikTok. We want to get this little webcam. So we're going to go to sequences, sequence settings, and this little frame size we're going to change. So instead of whatever it is, because I stream it a weird format, so let's not talk about that. 1080, and then from here we go 1920, right? Boom. It'll change it. Let's make it all like that. You're like, oh god, okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make 3 lots of this video file, right? So we go 1, oops, that's 3. So I have 3 versions of it, right? And each one is going to do a different thing. So we'll start off with the bottom one. The bottom one is going to be the background, basically. It's going to be blurry background. So this one's the easiest to work with. We go over to the top left, we go to effects, because this is, make sure you've clicked on the right one before you start dealing with this. Because like if you've accidentally clicked this one, you start doing stuff, you're like, why isn't anything moving? Like, oh, okay, it's because I clicked on the wrong layer. So we're going to work on the bottom, the very bottom one. We're going to pump up the scale till it fills basically the entire screen. Beautiful. Then we go to the effects tab, go blur. And I like to use Gaussian blur. It's the most basic blur and what everything uses. And then I just blur it to however you want it. You want to blur it to oblivion, you can like a subtle blur. I like something in the middle, like around here. So like there's still like a bit of detail. Awesome. And then, so we've done that one. Now let's go to the very top layer. Then the top layer is everything's done on layers. So it's like top, bottom. So you get what I mean. Each goes on top of each other like a sandwich. So the top of the bread is going to be your webcam. the bread. Okay. So we're going to move this. And the first thing we're going to do is crop, because we don't want the whole video. We just want my webcam. So you go to the effects tab at the top right here, go crop, drag it onto your which one you want it. Make sure it's the right one. It's the top one. That's the top of our bread sandwich, webcam sandwich. Okay, cool. And then the next thing I do now, obviously you can pull these like or put in values right here, but the easiest thing for me really is to just click the crop button and then just pull it in. Like it's way easier to do it like this. At least do like a rough job because it's a bit small right now. We'll increase it in a second. Just do a little rough job. We'll touch on this in a second. Next, I want you to click on up here on the motion tab. Now you see this little like dot in the middle. This is where things will scale from. So if I scale it now, it's gonna like this. My webcam's gonna fly out of the scene, and it's not gonna be very useful. So I'm going to return it where it was. I'm gonna grab this little doodad in the middle. I think it's called the anchor, and I'm gonna put it on my face. So now that it's on my face, and now when I scale up, it's gonna just scale up where my webcam is. It scales up the whole thing, but it centers at where my webcam is. Once I've my webcam, normally I scale to like a 220. I mean, like it's up to you how you want to do this. Some people like to fill the whole top with their face. I like just doing this kind of like half face floating thing where you still get a bit of the blurry background, but that's just a personal choice. You can do whichever you want. Now let's go back to the crop and make sure we get this crop right. I like to just crop into my webcam edges frame. If you ever need to zoom in a bit, you go down to this little thing over here and then you can zoom in. So you need to readjust where you are. It'll be there. We can zoom in. Boom, and make sure this is nice and tight. Some people like to just cut out their entire webcam and cut into them, like make it like nice and small like that. I don't do. I like to keep the frame, but like I said, these are all personal choices that you can choose yourself. Once you have done that, let's get it back to where we're looking. I might actually increase this to like 230, a little bit bigger, and then now we got this middle layer. So the middle layer is going to be what is the actual clip. Right. So the one thing I always want to do is make sure that my webcam isn't in this part. So I always scale up a little bit. It's up to you how much you want to scale in. It matters what game you're playing. It matters what you want to focus in on. There is a whole thing about being able to, like, if you want to zoom in, I can cover that. I might cover that if I can quickly show you guys, but I'm going to show you the original first, and then we'll cover, like, if you ever want to do zooms or anything like that, you kind of have to reorder these differently. But for now, we're not going to touch the actual video clip except for what we're doing. So I'm going to make sure it's like here, maybe zoom in a little bit like there. Okay, and then I just want to kind of scale it. So it's my webcam isn't covering the whole thing and it's kind of fitting in right nice like that. Okay, so we just play through, make sure we can see everything. You just want to play through it. You're happy with the positioning of it. Now's my time.
Oh my god, you're actually boosted.
It gives me time. Okay, so now I'm happy with that. So basically, you're basically kind of done at this point. What I also like to do is to pull in my little like Twitch thing, so people know that I stream on Twitch. You can obviously add this to your YouTube or whatever, but I just put it on the top of every single other layer, put it where I want it. You can make these or you can buy these or whatever, but like I highly recommend if you're putting things on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, just have a little handle on something that has your username that, you know, people can see. It's you know, a good way for people to try and find you in other places. Before we get on to exporting, we're going to be talking about adding text or adding subtitles to your TikTok. I'm not going to mention how to do it automatically. I'm still figuring out a best way to do that myself. So we're just going to talk about manual ones. TikTok normally only goes for like 15-30 seconds anyway, so I feel like you can do it yourself. It's just going to take you an extra like half an hour to do. What's that in the grand scheme of things? Anyway, I think they add a lot of another element to your thing, and also makes people like understand you if you have a weird accent or anything like that, or maybe they're seeing it internationally and they don't understand you. I talk a bit fast, as you can see. So I think adding text is like super useful. So I'm going to just show you a quick one right here, which will be Jesse here says, get ready.
Ready, get
right there. It says get ready. So at ready starts to say get ready. I'm going to click here. I'm going to type out get ready. So I use the type tool down here, clicked on the screen, wrote get ready. And then I'm going to move it across. Boom. Oops. Boom. There we are. Get ready. Easy peasy. Now, what I'm going to do next is grab this get ready part and move it a bit more across. So this is the graphic, obviously, layer that they've given us. Also, we can cut this thing. This is way too long. I don't need the graphic shown for that long. So there we go. I'll just cut it with the razor blade and then I deleted it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I like to have words and stuff like that come out of the screen or come from the source, but Jesse's picture is in there or his character is in there, so I can't really pull it from the source. So I'm just going to pull it from outside of the video. So I'm going to click on the what I'm working with, the get ready. I'm going to click on the position and scale. One thing I want to check is I want to make sure this anchor is actually in the middle of the word here. Because yeah, you just get problems if it's not, or it can like kind of look weird when it comes in. So that was just clicking the little dot and dragging into the middle of the thing. So now we've keyed our animation. So there's a couple of dots there, and then we're going to move across. You got to keep both position and scale. Position is obviously left, right, up, down, and scale is bigger and smaller. Now we're going to go back to the start of this. If you accidentally go too far and you can't see it, just click on this like step forward frame thing, and I'll come back. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag that off screen, and then I'm going to make the scale like 2. So it's going to increase when it comes in. So as we can see, that's
get ready for it.
Boom. Okay.
Get ready.
That was pretty fast. If you ever want to, if you're like, I want to like make this come out a bit longer, you can just grab these animation things and just pull them across a bit. So now it comes here. Yeah, now it takes a little bit longer to come out, and it's a bit less quick. So, boom.
Get ready.
Boom. So now we're done. You turn it off when you want to turn it off. If you want to have it do the same thing that you just had it do, like you can. I just turn it off personally, but I just keyed my point that was here, and then I'm going to go a couple frames again to the end, and then I'm going to grab the, let's go back one, boom. I'm going to grab the position, pull it off screen again. Oops, the anchor. I grabbed the anchor point, not the actual words. There we go. We grab the words. That off. 2. So now you've got it.
Get ready for it.
And then it comes out. So it goes in and out. And what you'll do is you'll do that for everything someone says. And to be honest, the best way to do it is like only have 2 or 3 words per like line that comes out. If you have like like a whole sentence, a paragraph popping out as a title, people aren't gonna have like, it's gonna be real hard to read. And it's better just to have the words pop out when they say them. I know it's gonna take a little bit longer, but it just looks better and adds a little bit more production value to your TikTok. Okay, I'm not gonna do the rest of them because I'm not gonna spend like 15 minutes doing that. But that's how I do my words and stuff like that. That's how I do my text. So the final thing, once you've done your TikTok, you've got everything, you're happy with it. Like, yep, this is a piece of art. This is chef's kiss, done. What you'll do here is I like to make sure I just click on the timeline, just not on anything, and then I'll go file and export. Media. Now, what a lot of people are saying is that you got to make sure the format is H.264. You just leave it as match source, high bit rates. Everything else here is pretty much filled out. What I like to personally do, this bitrate setting, is to do it VBR 2 pass and then make it 20 and 30. That's probably bigger than it needs to be. But yeah, you'll just leave it like that. You'll click this little output name here. Let's put it here. It's Ultifail. Let's just put it as Ultifail, as everyone does, final V2. Oops, V2. Definitely my last version, bro. And then you export it. And there you go. It'll take maybe, it should only take like 5 minutes maximum. If you have a good computer, maybe like a minute or 2. These are 30-second clips. But there you go. That is my video on how I make my TikToks. Like I said, I'll cover a free version. If you have any questions or any queries, put them in the comments below. I hope I covered enough so you're able to make them yourself. Just a little run notes. I get my sounds from myinstance.com. I'll pull that up now. One thing, you'll have everything like this. You'll have that,
Emotional damage.
So if you want to add any of these sounds, this website's really good for that. It can be a little bit of a pain. The search bar isn't that great. But yeah, one thing also you'll want to do is to like turn down the volume of your computer, because some of these things like just blow your ears out. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's a bit of a resource that I use when it comes to sounds and stuff like that. You click one. Let's say I want to use Fortnite. Okay, well there you go, bass boosted. A lot of these things can be bass boosted. That's why I say turn it down. And then you just download the MP3 and then you just drag it into your Premiere Pro. But there you go, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment. And check me out on Twitch. Also follow me on TikTok. Have a good night and peace.
Get ready for it. Alright, yep, now it's your time. Oh my god, you're actually boosted.